Welcome back to Man on a Beach. I'm at Girt Beach, which is the small area of sand between Kingsand, where I was originally, and round to Kingsand. And I'm with the artist Jim Woolley, who's is actually working here. And this is not staged, folks, is it, Jim? I just walked around the corner.
No, not at all. No.
Jim, what does the beach mean to you?
Yeah. Well, the beach. This is Girt Beach. We're on here. One of the three beaches in the villages of Kingsand and Kingsand on Kingsand Bay, and the beach is my studio. And I've got a choice of three, which is rather good. And I often come out in the mornings, early mornings, to catch this very almost ethereal sort of light. And of course, it changes very quickly as the sun rises. And now, well, the sun's been up for about an hour, but it still has that sort of fresh quality that the morning seems to bring. And the colours are often on those sort of, cerulean magenta sort of end of the scale. And it's just, for me, it's inspiration, and it's where I like to be, and I have to be. It's my job.
I can see what you mean now. It's all one palette, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not stark contrast, is there, between the sky and the...
Yeah, but of course, the more you look, the more you stand and look, the more you see. It looks, very harmonious. But I think part of that harmony is that there are little contrasts. Sometimes it's just those buoys in the sea that you start to see more and more the more you paint, and they're sort of a scarlet or a much more sort of manufactured colour than the general hues around them. And sometimes you pick those out, sometimes you don't. It depends what the picture needs. And obviously in this case we've got that warship there, which is almost like a bit of the natural environment, the way it just absorbs the colours around it. I suppose that's why they're quite hard to see when you're out on the high seas, I should think. But that's actually just on the edge of the frame of the picture that I'm painting at the moment. But and sometimes, the more you see the complementary colours of what you're using. For example, a pastel green, the complementary is sort of a pinkish red, and sometimes that goes in, even though it might not really be there to see, but optically it is there. So there's quite a lot going on. That's why it's so exciting to work from nature on the beach, even though it's not a photograph. You don't just lift it from an already realised two-dimensional image. You're trying to create this small image on a small board from billions of cubic metres of sky and sea, and
Let's have a look. Can we have a look, Jim?
Yeah, have a look at where I am at the moment. Yeah.
Great. So that's today, isn't it? And I presume that one of the appeals is that the beach and the sea is different every time you come, isn't it, in terms of colour and texture?
Every day it's a different picture. So people say, don't you get a bit fed up with the same, standing in the same place? I mean, or being in the same spot. And well, no, because actually every morning is different. Yesterday morning there was a huge diamond-shaped purple cloud taking up the whole sky, and orange and fiery colours all around it. It was absolutely, it was almost apocalyptic sort of, sight. But this morning, I saw it. I was at Hannaford Point
yesterday morning at dawn.
It was amazing.
It's on my film, yeah.
Yeah, well, there we are. And then this morning, you never know what's going to happen. You get here, and it might explode, or it might just, the sun might just seep in, from behind the clouds. That's what's happened this morning. And so, it's different every day. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
That's a pleasure. You're welcome.
Have you got a website or anything that people can look at your work on?
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's jimwooley.co.uk.
Great. Thanks, Jim.
Pleasure.
Bye now.
Lovely.